Hey there guys, welcome to another Introduction to Tricking series. My name is Andrew Bennett, and today we're going to be learning the step over hook. So this is what it looks like. Alright, so let's break it down. You start by winding up. You're going to step over, jump. This leg is going to chamber, back kick before you land, and while you land, you want to drag that kick across and come back to center. Okay, so this is a lot like the hook kick, but in a normal hook kick, both of our feet touch the ground, then we hook kick, right? But in a step over hook, we jump and we execute the hook kick before this foot touches the ground, right? So don't overthink it, it's relatively simple. It's just a normal hook kick, like that, but you do a little jump in between. And by the way, that little takeoff thing I'm doing, it's no takeoff in particular, it's just something that helps you get in the air to execute your hook kick. Alright, a little bit of troubleshooting. If your hook kicks are looking like crescent kicks, it's probably because you are kicking too late. This is what they look like if you're doing crescent kicks. Right. There's nothing wrong with crescent kicks. They are, it's a preference, whatever you want. But if you don't want to do a crescent kick, you need to kick earlier, okay? A hook kick is a back kick and then drag. Don't think about it as a giant, massive kick. So the way to fix that, when you jump up, you want to kick pretty much right when you leave the ground, more or less. When you're here, when your hips are facing here, you want that leg to come up, start coming up. You want it to chamber, and by the time your hips are facing away from your target, that's when you want to execute the kick. And then when you land, drag across. Okay. If you kick too late, if you wait until your hips are facing here or your target, it's going to come out like a crescent kick, like so. Okay. Again, there's nothing wrong with crescent kick. It can be executed nicely, but if you want a hook kick, you got to think back kick, not forward kick. If you feel like you're having a hard time bringing your hook kick all the way around, it might be because you're kicking too early, and this is what that looks like. Right? Kicking too early, if you're kicking over here, it's going to require a lot more effort to get your hook kick all the way around. Right? It's going to make you go off balance, and your hook kick's timing is going to be all off. So if you are having this problem, I think a good remedy is to twist a little bit more on your takeoff. So try getting all the way around to where your hips are facing away from your target, and then execute your kick, as opposed to getting to here and then trying to back kick, because then your kick's going to go all the way out here, and then you're going to have to bring it all the way across. If you feel like you're losing balance in your hook kick, it's because your leg is a big old appendage, so it's going to throw you off balance when you execute the kick. One thing that you can do to help this problem is practice your standing hook kicks more, and also notice that your body is kind of like a seesaw, right? So if I kick here and I keep my body upright, I might lose balance. Whereas if I bring my torso back, now my center of gravity is right over this leg, so it's easier for me to control my hook kick. Okay. So play around with that with your standing hook kicks as well as your step over hooks. If you feel like you're doing a proper back kick but you're still not getting the rotation, it's probably because you're kicking harder than you're twisting, right? So it'll look like this. Right. If you try to back kick really hard without the proper amount of twist, it's you're gonna cut yourself short. You're gonna kick and then all your momentum is going to slow to a halt because you are going to a bigger shape, you are slowing down your rotation. So make sure that your twist is a little bit stronger. Keep on executing the back kick, and also think about dragging that kick across right when you land. That's something that also helps. If you feel like your hook isn't as big as you want it to be, it looks something like this. It's because you're not opening at the hip. When you do a hook kick, you want to make sure that this joint goes all the way back. You want to be fully extended right here. And then if you do choose to chamber from here, it's going to make your kicks look a lot sharper, a lot bigger. It's going to make your hooks look really nice. All right, lastly, a word on chambering. It's completely optional. If you want to chamber your hook kicks, it's totally up to you. Just like the pressing kicks, it's a preference thing. So if you notice in a hook kick, there are 2 points where you can chamber your leg. You can chamber it when the kick goes out, and then at the end of the kick, right? So right here, and then right here. Okay. Both of those chambers are optional. It's really whatever you want to do. A step over hook with no chambers looks like this. Right? A step over hook with one chamber looks like the one I do is my favorite type of step over hook. And a step over with a chamber on the end looks like this. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my step over hook tutorial. Hope it helped. See you guys in the next tutorial.